So we now come to our final task, the formal adoption of the report of decisions. We will go through the report, which has been prepared on time. Allow me to congratulate the reporter and the Secretariat for that achievement. The report is divided in two parts, which you have in front of you. Before I give the floor to our reporter, allow me to recall that the decisions included in the report have already been adopted by the committee, and therefore the task we have before us is essentially additional one, and we will not reopen the debate on the content of the decision. We will not open the debate. I would like to invite our reporter, Ms. Anna Zichanar, to briefly explain the process of preparation of the report and give you additional guideline for you to consider as you review it. You have the floor, Mrs. Anne.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. And first and foremost, I wish to thank the members of the committee for having appointed me last November rapporteur of this 42nd session of the committee. I would also like to express my most sincere gratitude for your trust and confidence, which helped me enormously while undertaking this task that came with many responsibilities. Let me also express my immense pleasure to be here in Manama. I am deeply grateful to the Bahraini authorities and especially to the chairperson and her team for introducing me to this wonderful country and for generously hosting our meetings. Bahrain, with its truly astonishing richness of history, art and culture, set a perfect backdrop to the meeting of the World Heritage Committee. If you'll allow me, I would also like to express my admiration to our chairperson, Sheikha Haya Al-Khalifa, for her dedication, stamina, fairness, patience, and above all wisdom with which she has guided us throughout this session. I feel very privileged that I could work so closely with her. I have learned very much during this experience, and for this I will always be grateful. I also wish to thank the advisory bodies and the observers and representatives of civil society, especially the most dedicated ones who are still present with us here today. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the Secretariat for their immense support during this meeting. This tough job of rapporteur would not be possible at all without the extraordinary team sitting behind me, the Secretariat staff under the leadership of Dr. Rössler. And here I would like to say a special thanks to Luba, Richard, Olivia, and Jean-Marc, who have worked until very late hours to get the documents ready for you. I feel very, very grateful and very honored to have worked with them so closely. And I would also like to wish Petya Tocharova for all the support she has shown me before and during the session. And I would also just like to take a moment to acknowledge and thank our interpreters who have also worked very hard during this session. As to the preparation of the report, there is a very efficient system in place that was developed by the Secretariat and the committee, whereas I collected electronically and manually proposed amendments and integrated them in the draft decision that you could see on the screens. We have received many, many amendments, 112 by email to be exact. And I believe that for the first time, these amendments received electronically were uploaded publicly on the committee's website for ease of use, and they were also translated. It is my hope that this useful practice that enhances the transparency and efficiency of our work shall continue in the future. I also wish to thank again the delegations for sending in substantial amendments beforehand so that everyone could study them. And while it is preferred that we receive these in advance, in no way does this prejudge the committee's prerogative to propose amendments from the floor during our debates, as it has happened several times during this session. As you will note by the sheer size of the reports, we have accomplished enormous work, as the committee had deliberated in total 225 decisions which is actually 10 less than last year in Krakow, although it certainly doesn't feel like it. Part 1 of the report contains all the state of conservation reports that were examined. In total, the committee examined 157 state of conservation reports, but only 39 were open for discussion. The committee kept 55 properties on the World Heritage List in danger because while it had placed one new property on it, the committee had also removed one from it. We have inscribed 19 new properties on the list, 13 cultural, 3 natural, and 3 mixed, and approved 1 major boundary modification. As such, following intensive and fruitful debates, the World Heritage List now has a total of 1,092 properties, of which 845 are cultural, 209 are natural, and 38 are mixed properties. For the preparation of this report, twice a day and the end of each session, all decisions taken were registered and then were double and sometimes triple checked with the World Heritage Center. In preparing this text, particular attention had been paid to stylistic changes, clarification of specific points, material errors, the renumbering of paragraphs, and minor spelling mistakes. In the process, some duplication had been noted and corrected to make the text more comprehensible, as the highest linguistic quality is essential for the text of our decisions. Every effort has been made to remain 100% faithful to the deliberations of the committee. Mistakes, however, are always possible, and I welcome any clarification about possible ambiguities. But as the chairperson has said during her introduction, this is not the moment to reopen question of substance. I thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. I would now ask whether, in order to be as efficient as possible, the committee members could indicate to us where they have identified factual or editorial errors which should be corrected so that we can deal with it, with this error. Please note also that formatting issues will be fixed as a later stage by the Secretariat during the finalization of the report. I would like to suggest adoption of the report of decision part by part. So we'll go to the part 1. I would like to be sure that you have all had the chance to review the first part of the report, starting from decision 42.2 to decision 42.2 to 42.7p 101 7b 101. Ecomos, please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. To assist the committee, we would just like to point out that with respect to decision 42.7a4, the resolution about the historic centre of Chakrasabs, there appears to be a small error in paragraph 8. At the end of that paragraph, there is a reference to paragraph 17, but in fact, because of changes that occurred during the redrafting, that should clearly be a reference to paragraph 18. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. IUCN, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Also, to assist the committee in decision 42.7a51, a small editorial error in paragraph 12, which currently reads, also decides to maintain Virunga National Park on list of World Heritage in danger. Maintain should be retain, as per the standard language in other decisions of that kind. And in decision 42.7b.72, in paragraph 5, it reads, notes that the amendments to the current management plan, which now do not prohibit, and so on, notes that or which, it should be either that or which and not both. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much for this clarification. Do you have any other comments? Can see something? No. The first part of the report of decisions is therefore adopted. Now, part 2, we now pass to the part 2 of our report, which indicate decisions 42.8 to 42.17. Is there any objection or suggestion or comments? No. Ecomos, please.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chairperson. The comment is on 8b.21, which relates to the inscription of the Sassanid archaeological landscape of Fars region in the Islamic Republic of Iran. There were two different sets of amendments when we discussed the decision, one proposed by Australia and one by Spain, China, Azerbaijan, Burkina Faso, Cuba, and Kyrgyzstan. And it was the intention of the committee at the time to merge the two statements, the two amendments, into a shared one. And it seems that the recommendation of the amendment proposed by Spain, China, Azerbaijan, Burkina Faso, Cuba, and Kyrgyzstan to send another mission of the advisory body to assist the state party to address the aspects mentioned in the decision was not documented in the record of decisions. And Ecomos recalls that this advisory mission was explicitly requested. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this clarification. Is there any other comments? Yeah. So part 2 of the report of the decisions is therefore adopted. I now propose that we adopt the report of decisions as a whole. Are there any objections? The decisions as all? No. It is so adopted. Item 18 now is closed. Dear colleague, we now come to an end of our work, but before that, let me say some words. These past 10 days have been a great success. Thank you all for your work and for your hard work and for your dedication. I would like to thank Mrs. Mektel Rosler and Mr. Ernesto Ramirez and the entire UNESCO World Heritage Center Secretariat for their assistance and professionalism. I wish also to express my gratitude to the advisory bodies for providing us with their expertise and comprehensive evaluation. I also wish to acknowledge the hard work undertaken by the estimate member of the committee. The quality of your participation and thorough intervention are greatly appreciated. We must also thank the translator for their interpretation during the meetings and the events, and thank those responsible for the organization of this international and honorable event. On behalf of the entire committee, I wish to thank Her Excellency Sheikha May bint Mohammed Al Khalifa and her team, without whom none of this would have been possible. As we come to the end of the 42nd session of the World Heritage Committee, let us take a moment to reflect upon the accomplishment and lessons we learned during our time together. We must work to build a trust and to establish a precedent of mutual cooperation, one that ensures that all decisions made are kept within the regulatory boundaries of the World Heritage Convention. Only then can we ensure that the goals of the Convention are achieved. It is through its implementation that can we ensure that our heritage is preserved and maintained for future generations to come. It has been an honor being your chairperson, and it is my wish that the following session continue to drive the spirit of World Heritage Convention. Thank you very much. I give the floor to Mrs. Rosler.
Shukran Saida Raisas, dear Chairperson, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to say a few words on the closing of this World Heritage Committee session here in Bahrain. First and foremost, I would like to thank you, Madam Chair, dear Sheikha Haya, for your wise guidance throughout the session and for keeping us to our rules and the operational guidelines. We are very grateful to your country, the Kingdom of Bahrain, for providing such excellent facilities and for your warm welcome and hospitality, and especially for last night where you brought us all together on the dance floor. I would like to thank all the committee members for their substantive contributions to the debates and for all the decisions taken, which were not always easy to achieve, especially in terms of consensus. We are also much appreciating the work of our rapporteur, who had not an easy job but did it so brilliantly. Many thanks go also to all the State Party observers for their continued interest and commitment, and to all the other observers in the room, whether NGOs, universities and others, especially civil society representatives and indigenous peoples. Their interventions were very enriching for the debates and the dialogue much welcome. Many thanks also go to our dear advisory bodies, IUCN, ICOMOS and ICROM, for their continued collaboration. But also let me thank my own team at the World Heritage Center, the Policy and Statutory Meeting Unit headed by Mrs. Tocharova, and the efficient team of PSM. They managed very well together with the host country team. My thanks also go to the regional teams, the chiefs of the regional units from Africa, Arab states, Asia Pacific, Latin America and the Caribbean, Europe and North America, our nature team, as well as the PCM unit providing logistical support. Special thanks go to the people behind the screens for supporting our rapporteur, as you have heard, and helping with the processing of the decisions and texts, including for 2 working groups. I also wish to thank the interpreters who help us to dialogue and all other staff, including our camera team and the room clerks. Special thanks go to our legal advisor who tried to keep us focused on procedures. Very many thanks to my dear Deputy Director, Mr. Elundu, who was not always here, but he kept my back free, and we are really a great team. I couldn't do without him. Also, special thanks to our ADG for Culture, Mr. Ernesto Ottone, who arrived in April and attended his very first committee meeting here. I think he was truly impressed, as well as to his team. I would also like to thank you all for all those of you who have contributed to our A Night for Virunga event, which collected more than $10,000, $10,540 to be exact, both online crowdfunding plus tickets to listen to the great band. Thank you very much for all your collaboration, your trust in me and my team, and your invaluable contributions. The excellent presiding by you, Madam Sheikha Haya, at this 42nd session of the committee, the very warm welcome of all the people here in Bahrain, and the efficiency of your team, including from ArcWH with Sheikha May and her team, will long be remembered. Before I wish you safe travels, I have something to give to you, because I'm sure you now want to visit all the new World Heritage Sites, and here you have an atlas with all the World Heritage Sites. This is for you. Safe travels to all of you.
Thank you very much, Martel. And it's a great work. We need time to see it. Thank you very much. Before we close, I give the floor to the Kingdom of Bahrain, please.
صباح الخير. في يوم الختام لابد أن أجدد الشكر وخالص التقدير والمحبة لهذا الفريق الرائع. شكرا شيخة هيا لرئاسة اللجنة بكل هذه الجدارة والصلابة والقدرة على إدارة حوار راقي وحضاري ويلتزم بقوانين حددت والتزمنا بها كمملكة تستضيف هذا الاجتماع المرة الأولى هنا في أرضها، حيث كانت فرصة لاستضافة الجميع. ألف شكر لفريق اليونسكو. السيدة ميتشل، لك كل الحب والشكر والتقدير، وكل الفريق الذي عمل معنا والتقينا به على مدى هذه ال10 أيام، كل فردا لن نعدد الأسماء، أسماءكم محفورة في الذاكرة وفي القلب. ألف شكر لكم على جميل اهتمامكم، وشكر خاص أيضا لفريق البحرين الذي كانت له فرصة استثنائية لكي يعرف بهذا البلد ولكي يستضيف العالم أجمع بهذه المملكة التي تفخر بهذه الاستضافة وتفرح بلقاء منذ كانت ميناء تاريخيا، وهذا اليوم استثنائي، أو هذا الاجتماع استثنائي. مجدد الشكر لكم. ألف شكر.
شكرا شيخة مي، وشكر مرة ثانية لمملكة البحرين على كل هذه الجهود الرائعة التي جعلت من هذا المؤتمر اجتماع ناجح، ونشكرك مرة أخرى. Thank you. Kuwait, please. Thank you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I cannot leave the kingdom without showing our appreciation to the people of the kingdom, to the government, to the organization of this amazing, fantastic gathering. I would like to thank everyone in the first row, second row, and the third row, and the people behind the scene is working hardly day and night. They are the true soldiers. They are the one made this event fabulous from the technical point of view, from the social, from the friendship. And that's what the Kingdom of Bahrain is all about, is bringing people together throughout the years. I would like to also thank the advisory board, all their technical input for the amazing job and their openness and their amazing positive dialogues, even after the session. At least my experience at the State of Kuwait, we have constructive. We had amazing roadmap to move forward. I would like also to thank especially all the delegation that we had a disagreement with them. And I think it was a positive disagreement, it was constructive, it was based on our understanding of this agenda, based on the understanding of the documents that's been given. I would like to also to the members who agreed with our points based on our discussion and our evaluation. Lastly, I would like to thank my team who are amazing, who gave me all the technical support that I'm confident to express to my colleagues. Finally, all the thanks to the Kingdom of Bahrain, to its people, and to my dear, our amazing شيخة هي. كل الشكر لك من القلب إلى القلب، من القلب إلى القلب، وشكرا لأهل البحرين.
شكرا لك، شكرا لكم، شكرا للكويت. أعطي الآن الكلام لتونس.
Merci Madame la Présidente. La Tunisie félicite et remercie le Royaume de Bahreïn pour l'excellente organisation de cette session et pour le plein succès des travaux de notre session. La Tunisie vous félicite, vous remercie Madame la Présidente pour votre immense bonté, pour votre sagesse et pour votre grande patience dans la conduite de nos discussions. La Tunisie félicite et remercie pour les efforts immenses qui ont été effectués par le Secretariat, par le Centre du patrimoine mondial et également par les organisations consultatives qui malheureusement souvent font l'objet de critiques injustifiées et non méritées. Donc la Tunisie renouvelle son soutien à ces organisations et salue les efforts qu'ils continuent de fournir. Et enfin, la Tunisie exprime d'ores et déjà tous ses vœux de plein succès à notre 43e session l'année prochaine à Bakou, en Azerbaïdjan. Je vous remercie.
Je vous remercie. And now I give the floor to China, please. China.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. On behalf of the Chinese delegation, I wish to thank you for the leadership and effective guidance you have provided in the steering the 42nd session of the WHC to successfully achieving all its goals and agenda. I am confident that the 42nd session of the World Heritage Committee will have long-lasting contribution to raising the visibility of the World Heritage Committee and endeavors of World Heritage conservation in the state parties. I would also like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the government of the Kingdom of Bahrain for the generous hospitality in hosting this session. As a committed state party to the 1972 Convention, China assures you its continuation to further attribute its contribution through sharing expertise with countries or regions underrepresented in preparing nomination files, supporting the World Heritage Center in improving the geographical distribution of sites on the World Heritage List, encouraging effective implementation of the community's decisions, and through exploring mechanisms to make the World Heritage Fund more responsive to needs of state parties. Once again, China would like to extend its sincere gratitude for your excellent guidance and leadership in successfully chairing this session, and also thank Dr. Mastude Rosler and her team for their marvelous work, and to all the committee members for their collaboration and solidarity demonstrated during the whole session. China expects to meet you all again next year in Baku. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And now the floor is for Cuba. Please, Cuba, you have the
Gracias, señora presidenta. Nuestra delegación se suma a los agradecimientos ya de los colegas que nos han precedido. En primer lugar, agradecer al Reino de Bahrein por la calurosa acogida y por todas las atenciones y cuidados que han tenido para nuestra estancia. También al Centro de Patrimonio por todo el trabajo que sabemos que lleva y amerita una reunión compleja de esta naturaleza. A los órganos de evaluación por la paciencia y por la comprensión que han tenido ante nuestras críticas y ante nuestros señalamientos, pero que en esencia eso también contribuye a nuestro trabajo y a ser sobre todo mejores. También a todas las delegaciones con que hemos trabajado, al resto de los estados partes. Creo que ha sido una reunión donde la cooperación ha primado, donde a pesar de las diferencias o de los puntos encontrados que hemos encontrado, ha primado ese espíritu de cooperación para llegar a una decisión y a una solución consensuada. Y muchas gracias a usted por su conducción firme, por su conducción también flexible y por conducirnos a este final feliz que tenemos aquí en este momento. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much. And now I give the floor to Zimbabwe, please. Zimbabwe.
Thank you, Chair. Zimbabwe would like to take this opportunity to thank our host country, Bahrain, for their warm welcome, friendly hospitality. I will forever cherish our stay in this country. I would also want to thank the World Heritage Center for your support and guidance during this grueling 10 days that we have been here in Bahrain. Thank you very much. On my own behalf, I have learned a lot. I would also want to extend our gratitude to the advisory bodies for their guidance and support before, during, and I'm sure after this particular session. I also want to thank the Africa Group for the support, the sharing of experiences, the camaraderie that has been there amongst the African member states. Thank you very much, Group Africa. I also want to extend our appreciation and thanks to all the delegates that have been here in Bahrain. Let's continue working together in the preservation of our heritage worldwide. Last but not least, I would like to say thank you very much to our chair, to our rapporteur. It must not have been an easy task sitting there where people have been criticizing. You have taken it very well. I salute you, Madam. I salute you, rapporteur. Thank you very much. Bon voyage, everyone, to wherever you are going. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now I give the floor to Angola, please. Angola.
Merci, Madame la Présidente. Comme les autres, ma délégation aimerait remercier le Royaume de Bahreïn pour avoir accepté d'abriter la 42e session du Comité du patrimoine mondial et les remercier pour toute l'hospitalité et toutes les conditions qu'ils ont mis à notre disposition afin que nous puissions arriver aux très bons résultats qui ont couronné le succès de cette 42e session. Notre délégation aimerait vous féliciter également, Madame la Présidente, pour le travail accompli, de nous diriger tout au long de nos travaux. Et vous avez fait preuve de beaucoup de sagesse pour nous aider à arriver à des consensus et à prendre des décisions qui vont faire avancer la mise en œuvre de notre convention. Notre délégation aimerait remercier également le Centre du patrimoine mondial, toutes les organisations consultatives, les États parties de la Convention, particulièrement le membre du comité, pour le travail que nous avons accompli ensemble. Nous avons beaucoup appris tout au long de ces 10 jours, beaucoup d'échanges, beaucoup de confrontations parfois, mais je pense que ce qui a caractérisé nos travaux durant cette 42e session, c'est l'esprit du dialogue ouvert. Je pense que cela a été tellement souligné pendant nos travaux et ça nous a aidé effectivement de faire avancer les choses et atteindre ces résultats que nous sommes fiers aujourd'hui. J'aimerais en terminant remercier le travail et féliciter les rapporteurs. J'imagine que ça n'a pas été facile pour elles. Je pense qu'elle nous a beaucoup aidé également en nous proposant des choses pour pouvoir arriver à des consensus aussi facilement possible. Donc, grand merci à tout le monde et tout le travail que nous avons fait et nous pensons que la Convention, de plus en plus, va gagner de l'espace et va permettre à tous les États de pouvoir avancer et continuer donc à travailler pour le développement du patrimoine mondial dans le monde et dans chacun de nos pays. Je vous remercie.
Thank you very much. Now I give the floor to Australia, please, Australia.
Thank you, Your Excellency Shikahaya. Firstly, may we congratulate you on your excellent stewardship of this meeting. We deeply appreciate the way you have guided us throughout this session. We would like to express our deep thanks to the Kingdom of Bahrain for its hospitality and generosity in hosting this meeting. For me personally, it's been my first visit to the Middle East outside of an airport, and I must say that I am personally enriched for that experience, and I will always be deeply grateful for having had this opportunity. We would like to thank the Secretariat, the interpreters and all of the other staff who work behind the scenes. They are the unsung heroes of this meeting, and without all of their efforts we would not achieve what we achieve. We would like to extend our special thanks to the rapporteur and to say simply that we look forward to you returning to this side of the podium next year. We would like to thank the advisory bodies and express our continuing gratitude and admiration for the huge amount of work they do to help us make this a wonderful convention and to keep us on the course of good decision making, always focused on upholding outstanding universal value. Here in Manama, we have had many important discussions with all of us focused on affirming the World Heritage Convention as one of the iconic treaties of the UN system, upholding UNESCO's mission of building peace, sustainable development and intercultural dialogue. We on the Australian delegation have benefited greatly as a team and individually through the exchanges we've had over these past 10 days. We depart Manama optimistic about the future and confident that here at this meeting we've laid the foundation for a productive dialogue across many important issues at Baku and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now I give the floor to Norway.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Norway would like to thank the Bahrain authorities for hosting this meeting, as well as the wise leadership of Sheikh Yahya Al Khalifa. We would also like to thank the rapporteur, the Secretariat, advisory bodies, and the interpreters, as well as the rest of the staff. A special thanks to our committee colleagues, observer state parties and NGOs who made this a common effort for the best of the World Heritage Convention. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now the floor is for Brazil.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairperson. In my personal capacity, as well as on behalf of the whole Brazilian delegation, I would like to express our most sincere gratitude for the kind hospitality of the Bahrainian people, and I would also like to congratulate the government of Bahrain for the impeccable organization of this 47th session of the World Heritage Committee. Since the very first moment, we felt home. This is the feeling. We felt in family, welcomed by all the Bahrainian people, and very especially because of the friendship touch you could give to this meeting. We had very intense and challenging days of work, but I think the result was extraordinary. The result was that we managed to foster the protection and promotion of World Heritage. Your leadership, Madam Chair, was essential for the great success of this session of committee. This is the first time I participate in a meeting of the World Heritage Committee, and I think I was privileged to learn with you, and I'm very grateful, Sheikh Yahya, for this opportunity. I would like to also say a word about the dedication of all the committee members. We were really moved by their work, dedication, and I would like to say a very special word to Mrs. Rossler, who also gave us lessons every day, and we are grateful for that, to you for that. The same goes to Mrs. Tocharova, To our very efficient rapporteur, you have a very difficult job, and we all appreciated very much your competent work. To Mr. Lazare Mundou, with whom I had the opportunity of working on a very special mission, and I'm grateful to you. And to all those behind the scenes that contributed greatly to the success of this meeting. I myself feel privileged to have worked and shared beautiful moments with you, Madam Chairperson, and with Sheikh Amai Al Khalifa. It was a privilege, really. I would like to thank you and all your team, Madam Chair, Sheikh Amai, for those memory days in Bahrain. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much. And now the floor is for Azerbaijan, please. Azerbaijan.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairperson. We would also like to extend our appreciation and thank our host country, Kingdom of Bahrain, for great hospitality. Also, we want to thank you, especially Madam Chair, for successful chairmanship, and also all UNESCO Secretariat and our rapporteur for excellent work. Also, we thank all committee members and advisory bodies for cooperation and constructive dialogue. And finally, we are looking forward to welcome you all next year in Azerbaijan. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. And now the floor is for Burkina Faso. Burkina.
Merci, Madame la Présidente. Le Burkina Faso remercie le Royaume de Bahreïn pour son hospitalité et l'organisation réussie de la 42e session. Nous voudrons remercier l'UNESCO dans son ensemble, et spécifiquement le Centre du patrimoine mondial et les organes consultatifs pour avoir créé à travers cette session les conditions idoines pour discuter du présent et du devenir de la Convention et d'insister particulièrement sur les priorités, notamment la priorité Afrique qui donnera ainsi l'occasion aux pays en développement de mettre des stratégies de conservation durable en œuvre. Nous remercions également l'ensemble des délégations pour la franche collaboration. Toute expérience, bonne ou mauvaise, instruit pour peu que nous l'exploitons judicieusement. Pour finir, nous faisons mention spéciale à Madame la Présidente pour avoir avec dextérité conduit donc la présente session et qui nous a permis donc de rentrer avec un résultat satisfaisant. Je vous remercie.
Thank you very much. And now the floor is for Hungary. Hungary, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The 42nd meeting of the World Heritage Committee was a big success for all participants. A new important milestone has been erected here in Bahrain, celebrating the conception and general acknowledgement of the spirit of the World Heritage Movement. Many, many thanks to the World Heritage Center, to the excellent Hungarian rapporteur of the meeting for their efficient and sorrowful work done for enhancing our common goals, but first of all, the Kingdom of Bahrain for the hosting of the meeting and for the elegant and generous organization of the meeting. And first of all, the chairperson, Madam Sheikha Haya Rashid Al Khalifa, in the name of the Hungarian delegation, for her very, very appreciated work done for all of us for the successful of the meeting. In the name of the Hungarian delegation, after a long time again, member of the World Heritage Committee. Of course, our congratulations go to all advisory bodies and the organization teams and all the others and the committee members who participated in this success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bosnia, you have the floor. Bosnia.
Merci Madame la Présidente. Nous tenons de faire part de notre respect des valeurs fondamentales de l'UNESCO et de l'esprit des Nations Unies à travers l'activité en tant que membre du comité. Pour la première fois, nous avons assisté à une telle conférence en tant que membre du comité. Nous remercions au Royaume de Bahreïn pour l'hospitalité et à tous ceux qui ont rendu cette réunion et cette conférence possible qui nous a fait preuve d'un grand succès de ce travail. La Bosnie-Herzégovine va continuer à suivre cet esprit de l'UNESCO et des Nations Unies et de donner sa contribution dans le futur dans ce travail important. Merci bien.
Thank you very much. Kyrgyzstan, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First of all, we would like to join to all the thanks and congratulations to the host country, Kingdom of Bahrain, for the very warmest welcome and for professional team of organizers and for your leadership, Madam Sheikha Haya Al Khalifa. Also, we want to congratulate and to thank colleagues from the Secretariat from World Heritage Center. It was an honor for us to join for the first time to the team of committee, and this session was for us very important from the from different points of view. We gained a lot, we learned a lot, and we also want to thank all the organizers and also interpreters and for the professional guidance of advisory bodies, and for our rapporteur and legal advisor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And now, St. Kitts, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First of all, I wish to express our thanks to the Kingdom of Bahrain for hosting this 42nd session of the World Heritage Committee and for their wonderful, wonderful hospitality. To you, Madam Chair, for your astute guidance and leadership during this important meeting. Also to the advisory bodies for the extremely important and extensive detailed work that assisted us in making the decisions which we have achieved. To the World Heritage Center for their support and guidance. And I also want to say a special thanks to those who made it possible for the St. Kitts and Nevis to be represented here at this important meeting. To all the delegations here who have offered their support, their guidance and their assistance, many thanks. And it was indeed an honor to be here for the first time, and it was indeed a great learning experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Spain, you have the floor.
Muchas gracias, señora presidenta. Desde la delegación del Reino de España nos sumamos a los agradecimientos tanto a usted por su labor y por habernos guiado durante todas las reuniones del comité, al Reino de Bahrein por su calurosa acogida, al Centro de Patrimonio Mundial y a todo su equipo técnico por ese trabajo ingente que hacen a lo largo del año para que podamos estar aquí y tomar las decisiones, a todos nuestros compañeros, miembros del comité, por el diálogo tan fructífero que ha habido durante toda la sesión, a los estados observadores, los órganos consultivos y así como las ONGs. Entre todos hemos conseguido llevar a cabo un diálogo para poder trabajar por el fin de la Convención de Patrimonio Mundial y esperemos que este diálogo se mantenga en las siguientes reuniones. Damos la enhorabuena al Gobierno de Azerbaiyán y esperemos que continuemos en esta misma línea en la siguiente reunión del Comité. Gracias, señora presidenta.
Thank you very much. Now, Tanzania, you have the floor.
Madam Chair, the United Republic of Tanzania want to join other distinguished delegation to thank you, Sheikh Haya, for a successful and guidance, for your leadership and guidance during all 10 days of 42nd session. Tanzania delegation thanks the Kingdom of Bahrain for a warm welcome and congratulate the Kingdom for successful organization of 42nd session of the committee. Tanzania thanks Secretariats and Advisory Body for their work to assist the committee in their responsibility. It also thanks the distinguished committee member for their cooperation and dedication to keep the spirit of the convention. Tanzania delegation joined other committee members to congratulate the rapporteur for her successful accomplishment of her difficult responsibility. Madam Chair, Tanzania delegation wish all delegations a safe journey back home. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, Uganda, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The 42nd session of the World Heritage Committee has been a fruitful and amazing time for my delegation, attending it for the first time, and we thank you for your generosity in organizing the conference. To all varied persons who participated in organizing the conference, we are indeed grateful. The Secretariat, the rapporteur, the interpreters, security agencies, the hotels, the transporters, we are most appreciative. Many thanks for a fabulous conference and closing dinner. The summit has been a great success in all possible respects. Madam Chair, bringing together people from different sides of culture, heritage, and multilingualism is not easy. Such a conference involves enormous amounts of time and energy. You must have been working so hard lately for everything to fall into place as it has. You deserve now a well-earned rest. It was a perfect mix of global heritage interests, people and social gathering, in my opinion, paid off volumes. Once again, Madam Chair, I congratulate you on organizing such a successful World Heritage Committee session and in this wonderful city of Manama. As I conclude my brief remarks, we too look forward to seeing all of you who will still be on the committee come the 44th session of the World Heritage Committee in Uganda. I thank you.
Thank you very much. And now, Guatemala, you have the floor.
Muchas gracias, señora Presidente. Quisiera también en nombre de Guatemala agradecer al Reino de Bahrein por la organización de esta 42 reunión y a todo el equipo del Centro de Patrimonio Mundial que una vez han demostrado su altísima competencia para llevar adelante las decisiones del comité. Gracias a todas las entidades, pero en especial gracias a todas las personas que han estado implicadas para hacer realidad esta fantástica reunión, en especial a todas aquellas personas que hacen la magia tras las bambalinas para que la reunión sea efectiva en cada momento. No quiero repetir la larga lista de agradecimientos que otros miembros del comité han indicado muy bien, pero decididamente respaldamos esas palabras. Para Guatemala, el Reino de Bahrein quedará por siempre en los registros del patrimonio, ya que es el lugar donde Guatemala participa por primera vez en este importante foro. Felicitamos a todas las instancias comprometidas con la Convención del Patrimonio y agradecemos a todos los miembros del comité dispuestos a debatir, discutir, exponer diferentes puntos de vista y opiniones, pero siempre comprometidos para encontrar los puntos en común por el bien del patrimonio mundial, que es lo que nos tiene reunidos en el Reino de Bahrein. En las prácticas de la espiritualidad maya se saluda, agradece y ofrenda a los 4 rincones del mundo, al corazón del cielo y de la tierra por la suerte de disfrutar esta vida. En esta ocasión quisiera que nuestro agradecimiento llegue a todos los rincones del mundo por medio de las delegaciones que se han reunido en este lugar. Muchas gracias a todos por las enseñanzas de esta fantástica reunión.
Thank you very much. Indonesia, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Indonesian delegations would like to extend our utmost gratitude and appreciation, first and foremost to our distinguished chairperson, for her excellent leadership throughout this tedious yet fruitful session, and also to the Kingdom of Bahrain for being an excellent and hospitable host. We would also like to thank the Secretariat, Madam Mechtil Rosler, as Director of World Heritage Center, advisory bodies for the recommendations, as well as our rapporteur for her excellent capability in dealing with very tedious and also tremendous tasks, and also the interpreters and other team members behind the scene. The 42nd session of the World Heritage Committee has been a very productive one, despite the heavy loads of agenda we were required to undertake. In this regard, we would like to congratulate all members of the committee for the excellent work in concluding the work on time. We would also like to take the opportunity to congratulate our next host, and we are looking forward to the next committee meeting in Azerbaijan in 2019, which will also be concluding our mandate in World Heritage Committee for the period of 2015.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I make this intervention on behalf of all three advisory bodies, ICRAM, ICOMOS, and IUCN. We would first like to take this opportunity to thank you, Madam Chair, for your excellent management of this meeting. We also thank the rapporteur for the hard work in ensuring the successful work on the decisions and on the final report. I have often said that being the chair and the rapporteur of this committee are the hardest jobs at UNESCO, and both of you have carried out these duties in impeccable fashion, and we thank both of you very much for the hard work that you have undertaken in that regard. We would also like to thank the Secretariat through the new ADG for Culture and through my good friend Mechtel Drossler and my brother Lazar Elundu. They oversee a dedicated staff who always make sure that the wheels keep turning on these meetings, and I'm always amazed at the amount of work that they are able to carry out at committee meetings in such an efficient manner. I would also like to give a special thanks to Sheikh Hameh Al Khalifa and the whole organizing team in Bahrain. I have had the pleasure of coming to Bahrain for many years now for various activities, and these activities are always well organized, really in the best way possible. But if it is possible, this meeting exceeded all expectations. And this is especially notable given the short time that Bahrain had to carry out all of the organizational activities in order to carry out this meeting. Finally, we would like to thank all of the committee members. You have given us a very difficult but clear task of providing the best scientific and professional advice possible. We take that job very seriously and promise to continue to provide continue to provide this advice as long as we are called on to do so. We look forward to continuing and enhancing dialogue with all states parties to the convention and with you, the members of the committee, into the future. And finally, of course, we look forward to working with all of you over the next year towards the successful implementation of the 43rd session of this committee, which will take place in Azerbaijan next year. And we thank the Azerbaijanis, and we also thank Australia, which will be the rapporteur. In advance, we thank them for the work that will be carried out at the 43rd session. Thank you very much again, Madam Chair, for giving the advisory bodies the floor.
Thank you very much. And now I wish you all a safe trip to your country, and I now declare the 42nd session closed.